The question this week is a little bit more complex, and that is, what do you do in the case when you have a student who is young, let's say elementary level, and they have disclosed to you that they identify as trans, and they would prefer to be called a different name or a different pronoun? Now, most people might say, okay, go with it. The difficulty here might be when the family or the caregivers or guardians may not agree, and they may advise the school not to follow the child's wishes. So then teachers have often asked me, what do we do then? The great majority of teachers are happy to honor what the student is asking of them. And for many, it makes no difference what name, they use for their students. And if it makes the student happy and comfortable and feeling safe to use a certain name or pronoun in school, then most teachers are quite happy to do that. But teachers are often also concerned about getting into trouble or having conflict with families or creating problems for administration. So what do we do? Well, I think we still do what we would do anyways, right? So I think in these particular cases, it's really important to put the child first. And especially for a child that has a family that will not support their use of a different pronoun or different name, you can pretty much guess that they're not being supported in that way at home. And for these students, school may be the only place that they feel comfortable or safe or seen or heard. And so I would say, even though it may be counterintuitive, it's actually, especially in these cases, that we really want to honor what the child wants to feel safe in our classroom. And we don't necessarily have to involve the family in that way if we're using a different pronoun or a different name with the child upon their request in our classroom. So there may be some people that have different opinions about that, and I'm happy to discuss this in the comments below if people would like. But I think it's important to understand that the mental health of children is really key here. And we do know that levels of anxiety and depression and dark thoughts is much greater in children and teens who in some way feel different or outcasted. As teachers, we want to do everything we can to make our students feel safe in our room. And sometimes that is using the pronoun that a child asks for or the name that they ask for. And many people will grow up and they will tell you that they don't remember a thing that they learned in elementary school, myself included. But I certainly do remember which teachers made me feel safe and included and which teachers did not. So that becomes the question: which teacher are you going to be? Thank you for the important question. I know that our answers are not always clear, and sometimes it is case by case, but in most cases I will say, put the child first. Thank you, everyone. Bye.